Let me travel the world with you to West Africa. We're going to go to Nigeria first and stop for some Moi-Moi. Then we're going to go to Northern Ghana and make a stop for Tubani. Then we're going to come to Southern Ghana and we're going to try some Saabo. Yes, these are all steamed cake recipes from Fonio. You should be trying. We're not going to use the normal corn and stuff, but we're going to use Fonio to make this beautiful Moi-Moi. And if you love Moi-Moi, you love Tubani, you love Saabo, this is the recipe to try out. And I'm going to show you simple, easy, good, better ways to have these alternatives in your meals, in your diet. And this is beautiful ones you can't go wrong with. So my Nigeria team, get your Acha ready. My Ghanaian teams, we are also going in for our Tubaani, our Saabo, and we're going to enjoy all of this with goodness and with health and with good conscience in there, because this is good grown fonio, which is from Acres Fruit as well. So yes, like I said, today's meal is all about steamed cakes, and they are steamed in different forms, they are steamed in different ways, and one is a good alternative even for your mashki. Yes, so if you love kinky a lot, there's a good alternative I'm going to show you as well in this video. So to begin off, I'm going to begin by blending my pre-soaked beans. Yes, and I'm going to add in my fonio flour. I'm going to add in some paprika to give it that good color, and I'm going to go on to add in my onion, yes, and good quantity or good kick of pepper, some salt as well. Garlic dip is going to go in there, and I'm going to add in ginger as well. You can add fresh ginger, and I'm going to continue with some suya because this moi-moi there, it has to go super well. Then afterwards, I'm going to add in my fish powder and then my shrimp powder. Nigerians will call it crayfish. Yes, that is going to go in there, and of course, I'm good water. If we are visiting Nigeria and we are doing moi-moi, we need to do it very well, and this is all you need to make your very tasty moi-moi in there. Now I'm going to give this a very good blend for everything to come together beautifully, and see the color. You don't need palm oil for this. This is going to give you that goodness without the palm oil base in there. Now I have my cans, which I'm just going to pour this in, and then these are going to go in for the steaming as well. You can also pour this into your glass bowls, yes, and this you can do easily with egg. Yes, usually people will boil the egg before it goes in, but I'm showing you one way to do this. You don't need to pre-boil your egg. You don't have time, so just go in with your fresh eggs. You're still going to get very good result. Now I'm going to pour a little bit of this in my cake pan, and I'm going to put in my eggs. Yes, like I said, that era where you boil your egg before you come and make your moi-moi. Do you have time? You don't have time. Put it all in. It's all going to cook beautifully, and this is even giving you better results, and you're not going to overcook your eggs. Yes, and for this we're going to air fry, bake one, and then we're going to do the normal steaming as well. Working mothers, we don't have time. This is the way we go about it these days. So I'm going to put this in my pan, and I'm going to put this with water all over it. And yes, you can serve this with your egg. Usually we serve this with egg. So I'm going to put in some eggs for it to boil as well. Like I said, that era where we boil eggs before we go and make moi-moi, we don't have time these days. So we just put it together and it boils together. And by the time it's done, eggs are done, moi-moi is done, everything is all set. BB, fine, fine, fine. So once it steams for a while, you want to go in with your toothpick to check it. Usually for the smaller ones, 10 to 15 minutes will do perfectly for you. But with a big portion, that can take you about 20 minutes in there. And it's the water that is going to actually steam it up in as well. So this is already done, and I tell you, this is super tasty, super easier, and this is more time saving than your normal regular way you would do it. You can add more water if the water is not enough to cook it up. Yes, then we're just going to cover it up. You see how the egg is looking beautifully in there? For the ones with the eggs in the middle, once the egg is cooked, the moi-moi is done. Yes, unless you want half-boiled eggs in there. So this is like super easier to do, and this is the new way to do your moi-moi. Now you can actually bake your moi-moi. You don't have time, so you can bake your moi-moi and go your way. Preheat your oven and then you put your moi into it. And I use the air fryer oven from Power. That was super good. Then you just put it in with a big function, 20 minutes at 180 degrees, and Charlie, it comes out perfect, like perfect. This is stress-free kind of moi. The one you put in, you go and do your things, and you come back, and it is done. And this gives you a better looking, better tasting, more dried, but still moist kind of moi in there. And this you can keep for longer as well. So look at the beauty of this. Would you not want to try this? Are you not tired of having your moi the same old one way style? Give it a new twist, give it a new try. And definitely you have to try it with the fonio. So if you don't eat eggs, yes, usually people always put eggs, but if you don't eat eggs, you can have it without it. If you eat eggs, you can also serve it with some hard boiled eggs. And this was creamy good. Like, look at the texture, the taste profile with all the crayfish and things that went in. Everything was intentionally good in there. Like, the texture, the taste, the aroma, everything. Let's see the one that we make with the egg in the middle as well. Like I keep saying, now we don't cook our boil our eggs before we come and make the moi. Do you have that time? You don't have that time. We'll save your time. You realize that the egg also cooks very well in. You can get it at the center piece, which even becomes easy if you are sharing. Yes, and that even gives you that euphoria of adventure. Like, yeah, what am I going to get in the middle? Like, for the kids it's even more fun and nice. And you have to serve this with your vegetables. That's one thing we don't usually do too well at, but it's great to serve this with your vegetables. And when you invite your friends over, you want to show them in prep. This is how to go about it. You see this moi cake here, it has the egg in perfectly well. And so when you cut it, hooray, you see the egg in very well. If you make your hard boiled egg, you won't get it this good. Yes. So you don't need to waste your time boiling egg. And we use the air fryer, we use the oven for this, but look at how good this is. So you realize that instead of steaming and you be checking, is this thing well done? Is this thing well done? You can just put it into your air fryer oven, and then you take your mind off it and you are good to go. Now let's come to Southern Ghana. Let's make some Saabo. Yes, Saabo is usually corn, groundnut cooked together. But this one, we're going to make it from Fonio, and we're going to use some mixed seeds as well. So sunflower seed, pumpkin seeds, and all those ones. So we're going to begin with our Fonio whole grain. I'm adding a bit of the Fonio flour because I need it to bind a little bit more. I'm adding my mixed cereals instead of groundnut. I'm adding a bit of sugar, a bit of salt, and I'm going to just mix this all together to form this base of it. And I'm adding in water to it. So like I said, typically Saabo, we make it with corn and groundnut. Then you put it together, you tie it in your corn husk, and then you actually cook this up. But this is the fonio version. So we're going to use a fonio with a mixed seed, and then we're going to steam this up as well, or cook this up as well. So I'm going to let this sit for some time. About 30 minutes is good for the fonio to absorb the water. Yes, because fonio takes time, it takes water. So first I poured a bit of the water, then later I added the rest of it. But the measurements are all in the description button. You can check the description part for all the ingredient list and quantities. Then I added in a little bit of more flour so that it is not overly running. Because if it's runny, I'm not going to be able to put it into my leaves. I'm going to struggle to get it into the leaves to get it cooked. Yes. And so once this is done, I'm going to use you can use your wache leaves, you can use your moi leaves, you can use banana leaves. I'm using banana leaves for this one. You can use plantain leaves, and I'm just going to scoop it, pour it into the cone or the funnel that I've made with the leaves, and I'm going to close it up. Is this easy to make? Yes. Then I'm going to get my saucepan, because as I'm doing, I'm going to be putting it onto it. I place one leaf at the base because sometimes you may forget and your water would run out, and before you realize, you are burning your thing. So it's always good to use that as an insurance in your pan. So you just do it into a cone, break the end of it so that it doesn't ooze out from that side. And once you're done, you want to fold the top part of it as well. Then that is how easy it is to make your wraps. If you don't do your cone very well, or there are crisps in there, once it cooks, it would also sip into those lines. So you really want to make the cones very, very well. And then you fold it up and it goes in there. And it's so simple, so easy to make. Very, very simple, very easy. At this point, I'm going to add water to it and I'm going to let this cook. Yes, you need to have good amount of water on this and you need to let this cook up till it is done. Now, using the banana leaves is also very healthy. Like I said, if you don't have banana leaves, you can use the wache leaves. You can use the leaves we use for moi moi. That is also very healthy as well. So once this is done cooking, it's done steaming, usually if you tap on it, you'd realize it. If it's well done, you see it. But you can check the description for the number of minutes you want to cook this up in there. And look at how beautiful this turns out. This turns out super, super good. And let me tell you, if you're a fan of mashke or kinky, like this is a good alternative as well for it. And this is sweet, but it's not overly sugary because I didn't add too much sugar. But if you love mashke, you can actually blend this out once you're done, and this you can enjoy it like instead of your mashed kinky, you can enjoy this as well. Look at how creamy it looks, look at how tasty it's already looking. You just have to add in some extra nuts. We have sugar in already, so you don't need so much sugar, but if you think you want more sugar, you can add in that as well. And look at this goodness. And I'm just going to top this up with a little bit of milk. And like I said, if you're a fan of mashed kinky, like this is something you have to try out as well. So this is Saabo, but you can do a lot with it once it's actually done. Once we're done with this, let's go to the northern Ghana. Let's go for some Tubaani. And to make this Fonio Tubaani, we're going to begin by soaking some beans. Yes, you want to soak your beans for about 30 minutes or more to get it soft and to get it well done. And then whilst your beans is actually soaking, what you're going to go in to your pan to do is to put in some coconut oil or any oil preference. You're going to add in your onions, which is chopped. Then we're going to add in some sweet chili. Yes, usually you serve Tubaani with some little pepper kick in there, which also like makes it nice. Then you're going to add some salt, a little bit of it, just to help it cook together. And then once this browns a little bit or cooks a little bit, we're going to then take it off the fire. So once this is done soaking for like 30 minutes or more, you're going to wash the beans up and then you're going to go into your blender with the beans. So we're going to then add in our fonio. Yes, I'm using the whole fonio in there. I'm going to add in some salt to it. I'm going to add water to it because we're going to blend all of this up together beautifully. And once this is all blended together, the texture is good. It has to be very smooth. We're going to pour it into our mixing bowl. And at this point, we know that we are almost there. Yes, we are almost there. Look at that texture. Very good texture. So we're going to have our leaves. I'm going to pour just a little bit of the onion and a bit of the oil in. That improves on the texture of your Tubaani. Yes, if you check my Tubaani recipe with the beans, you also see how that went as well. So once we're done, we're going to use our leaves. I'm going to make it in the form of a cone. And like I said, you have to break the base of it so that it doesn't ooze from the end. I'm going to scoop this in. It has to be a bit runny. If it's too thick, you're going to get very tough and hard to Tubaani, which is not what we want. So we need to make this a little bit more like runny or liquid, like you have it on your screen. And then you're going to put it into your leaves. And like I said, you can use banana leaves, you can use plantain leaves, you can use wache leaves, any leaf that you can be able to cook or steam up the base in. That is what you want to be going in for. So for this, I'm going to be steaming it. And so I'm using my steaming pot to be able to help me do this. You can actually cook it also in water. Yes, but typical Tubaani, typically we steam it up. So I'm going to do the steaming version, but you can also cook it like the way we cooked the Saabo here. So once this is done, we're going to put our base there, pour in the water. Then we're going to put the steaming dish over it. And then it's just going to steam and cook up until it is done. Once it's done, when you tap on it, you realize that it won't be oozy liquid, but you realize it's going to be firm. And you're going to serve this with your onion, chili spice, oil as well. And you can really enjoy this in there. There's already beans in there. There's already good proteins in there as well. So this is something you can keep in mind. Now let's go and do the moi part 2. So if you want to go the local, typical, traditional moi, simple one, you can just soak your beans, put your beans in. You're going to add in your onion. You're going to add garlic, pepper, salt. You're going to add your fonio. You have to add your suya spice, your ginger. If you have fresh ginger, you can add that in instead of the ginger powder. You're going to go in with your water, and then we're going to give this a very good blend. Yes. So you want to blend everything all together. And then we add in some palm oil to give it that blend as well. So palm oil is going to improve on the texture of it. And I'm going to put in my leaves in because I don't want it to stick into my bowl. Yes. So I'm putting in some leaves and I'm going to pour that into it. And then once this is done, I'm now coming to go in with the hard boiled eggs. Like I said, if you don't have time to boil an egg before you do moi, just do the first alternative I showed you. If you put your fresh egg into it, it's still going to cook. And that even helps you know when your moi is done. Because once your egg is done, your moi is done. But if you're using the boiled egg, I'd recommend you make it like not overly cooked so that it will cook up as it's also doing it. And we're going to put this in a water bath and we're going to cook this up or steam this up. You can use steam, you can use water, however way you want to cook it. It's going to cook perfectly. Then that also goes onto the stove or onto your burner and it's going to cook just perfectly well. So this is like the very local, normal moi. But if you want the moi that is going to give you extra points, the first alternative is what you should be looking out for. And this is so easy to replicate. This is so easy. This is so tasty. It's also easy to make. And like with the beans and everything, it's a whole balanced diet on itself. So you can always go in with your toothpick to check if it is done. If your stick comes out dry and not like tam or sticky, then you know that your moi is actually done or your steamed cake is actually done. And see this beauty in there. You can enjoy this for lunch, you can enjoy this for breakfast, you can even have it for dinner, and you can always call in some friends and have some snack time together with them. And this is the goodness of it. You see how well cooked it is to the toe. It's not tough, it's not mushy, but the texture is good. And the egg also comes out from it very well. So this is like the way to go if you want to. Now, if you have your Saabo and coal, the Tubaani and the Saabo, and you want to heat it up the next day, just do your hot water or cook it in some water, let it boil over, and you're going to get it hot and fresh and soft again. Yeah, so that's how to warm your Saabo or your Tubaani. That is how to go about it if you want to warm it up. So if you did like the video on the Fonio recipes, just make sure you get your own Fonio. Mona dorso, ebrona dorso. Sisi ano, ese yɛ healthy. O kon healthy dia, NND, Fonio nkwana. Fonio no so de woody na woody papa preko. So till I see you in the next food video, which is definitely going to be a special Fonio recipe of mine, make sure that you live life to the fullest. You be merry, and don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give me a good thumbs up to this video. And then I'll see you in the next special Fonio recipe. Mwah!